The first major step for using inspections in IPM and looking at habitat management is to make things tangible as much as possible, make them as real, as accountable as possible. So the traps that are in a plant that are being inspected, they're tangible because people can look at them, they can count them, they can service them, there's time associated, there's a cost associated with those devices. We need to do the same thing with inspections, where we are making sure that there's checklists, making sure that there's plans to do inspections and how much and where are we going to do the inspections. And then there's also a budget line item for that so that it becomes a real entity and not just something that's done after the fact because we have to figure out where the pests are. Insects are always going to be one step ahead of you. And if they are one step ahead of you, that's when the food plants could have customer complaints. They're going to see downgrades on their audits. Or what I feel is worse is the idea that they might have to do a mass control procedure where they're going to have to fog or fumigate the whole facility just to deal with a pest. And yes, there's a cost associated with that in terms of the pest control end of things, but there's also a greater cost in terms of shutting the plant down to try and get ready for this and then restarting the plant up. So the longer we can keep plants in operation through preventing pests, the more cost effectiveness that will be the food plant operation. There's two main ideas that QA people need to know. First of all, they need to know that they should have some sort of a pest calendar that they could be writing down key practices on, and then they can be anticipating on doing those practices related to a variety of IPM strategies. And then the second thing is the pilot walkabout, a practice where the pest vulnerable areas are regularly checked, although every pest vulnerable area might not be checked every time, but they're checked at the key time when it's likely that pests could occur if they do. The pest management partner can really help by providing the expertise and assessment and helping the QA manager in the assessment of their plant, making sure that all pests are covered and as well as all potential pests that might occur are covered in the program. They could also, with their expertise and experience, be looking at helping with inspections and actually providing those inspections as a service. Say servicing the rodent traps or pheromone traps, they could also be directing effort and time to specific inspections to make sure that all parts of the plant are covered, not just the areas where we happen to have traps and devices.